So, I would like to request the dignitaries on stage for the lighting of the lamp ceremony. Director and Dean, Dr. Father Lijo Thomas, Dr. A.W. Santosh Kumar, our academic coordinator, Father Justin P. Vargas, Dr. Subhasheesh Bhattacharya, Dr. Archana Srivastav, Head of Department MBA, Dr. Jobin Jacob, Student Coordinator MBA, Ms. Nicole Machado, Head of Department BBA, Dr. Parmeshwaran S., Student Coordinator BBA, Mr. Shivalik Datta, and Dr. Purnendu Vikasacharya. Thank you, respected dignitaries. Next, let us extend a warm welcome to Dr. Subhashish Bhattacharya, Director of NMIMS, Navi Mumbai, whose innovative approach and strategic vision have been instrumental in shaping the future of education and research. I invite Dr. Subhashish Bhattacharya on the stage and our academic coordinator, Father Justin P. Vargas, to do the felicitation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Father.
Appreciation. Now, let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Shubhasheesh Bhattacharya, Campus Director of NMIMS Navi Mumbai. Sir brings a wealth of experience spanning over 35 years in both academia and industry. Sir's expertise lies in human resource management, with a distinguished career encompassing professorships and leadership roles at prestigious institutions like Symbiosis International University and Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University. Dr. Bhattacharya is not only a prolific researcher with publications in top ranked journals, but also a passionate educator, evident in his PhD guidance and international keynote speeches. Sir's commitment to academic excellence and diverse skill set make him a valuable addition to our conference. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Bhattacharya.
Good morning, Honorable Father Lijo Thomas ji, the Chief Guest Dr. Santosh Kumar ji, Guest of Honor Dr. Archana Srivastava ji, faculty members, and dear students. Very warm welcome and very good morning for this session. Today, actually, when Purnendu ji contacted me and we were discussing that what is this that you would like me to speak on, I thought let me now, because it's IEEE conclave and quite technical. So I thought there are many factors in any organization which are enabling factors. What is the role of the organization, the leadership to drive those things? I thought, let me work on that because I worked for last 25 years in academics and before that in the industry. So based on my experience, based on what I see in other places, I thought, let me put that together and have some research also. What is that research papers are also talking about, right? In terms of enabling factors from the company's point of view, from the organization's point of view, from the university's point of view, which can ensure that research is thriving, the patent, etc., consultancy, etc., those projects are thriving, right? So this is the first slide, is it? Okay, so first, okay. First thing is, whether we talk about research in any educational institution, universities, what is the thought of the organization, the think tank? That what is our goal, right? And an organization, an institution or university can decide to be that, well, we are going to be teaching organization. Students are going to come here, study well, I'm saying only, and placement is also very good, and that's all, right? So that is one clarity. So are we clear about that? That's my question, right? There are other organizations who say, no, we will focus on research part. There are many institutions also who typically 80% of that work is on research only. So again, clarity. Most of the organizations are not clear. They're into educational institutions, they're not very clear, right? So they start an educational institution, UGC, all regulatory bodies, they have got the go ahead and all, and they start, right? And then in between, somewhere they ask for from the faculty and all that get some research work. Sometimes, whenever there is a time for NIF ranking or NAC ranking, then look for those outcomes. But in between, not much of the things are there which are driving for next 5 years or 3 years, right? So first thing is, are we clear about what do we want to be? That is vision statement and mission statement in real sense. Vision statement, mission statement in real sense, which everyone knows, especially the think tank and down the line, including students also. What are the culture and the policies and enablers? Are we clear about that also? If the think tank is clear about that, definitely after that, the thought process is the first step. After that, the policies, etc., will fall in place. Ecosystem for research, grant, etc., patent work and all. Do we have that? I will come to that also later on. That what do we mean by ecosystem? Can we go to, okay, the clarity about the teaching, research, and both, right? So the clarity is also there. Next one. Research itself, nowadays, there is a talk about so much of publications there. There is a talk in the academic fraternity also, in government sector also. So much of publications there. What is the use of it? Sometimes researchers, they publish and they forget what they have published. Even there is disconnect between what they publish and the utility for the organization also, utility for the society also. So applied research, where is our focus? Are we clear about that? Is it only the publication that we need, or is it the application of those publications? Applied research or theoretical research. Are we clear about that? Nowadays, there is again talk about having applied research because that is going to solve the problem of the society, of the business. I have seen organizations who say we will focus on applied research. We'll go to the society, we'll go out in the section of the society. I have seen when I was in Pandit Deendayal Energy University, I was director in School of Management there. I have seen their energy university, focus on energy, and faculty, students, they go out in Kutch area and different areas where societal problems are there. They don't get water, they don't get, there's a lot of sometimes cold weather and all, they don't get hot water. So geothermal water, etc., going out and doing some research there, getting that water out and serving the society. That is how we help to solve the problems of the society. Are we doing? Are our students prepared? Are our students sensitized for that? Are we giving direction to our students? Is it the whole organization having a thought towards that or not? That's the question. Next one. Okay, this is about recruitment. Again, because my complete thought, the theme of my thought, this speech is enablers. what is that organization that can do, the think tank that can do, because leaders, organization need to be very clear about recruitment policy. Whom do we recruit? Is there right fitment or not? Right? So we need to be very clear on that. So there are organizations who say, okay, we'll recruit good teachers and we'll train them for research. In that case, do we have the infrastructure, the systems to train them? During recruitment, have you got that potential to check and passion also in the new recruit faculty and all, whether they are good for getting trained in research or not? It may happen. I've seen very good faculty, and they have decided, they say, I will not do research. Right? So, I mean, they have decided it. They're very good faculty. If that is the mindset, well, we decide they are very good teacher. Do we need some of the very good teachers also? And in Europe also, you'll find two types of teacher, three rather. Only teachers who are good in teaching, only researchers, and the stars are both, who are good in both teaching also and research also, and other star performers, right? So only good researcher or those who are good in teaching or research. Yeah. So very clear during recruitment. I am aware about one of the IIMs who were doing well, but the new director joined and he decided that we will focus on research. Recruitment itself, they will not shortlist people, invite people if they have not got, say, the research up to a level, right? So very clear, very clear. And today I'm finding that is one of the highest in terms of research output, very high. The graph has gone very high in terms of research output. So very clear in terms of thought process of the think tank. Next one. Okay. Now, if an organization has, I'm aware about an university also where they are very clear about focus on research. Imagine how we can bring about very good ecosystem. PhD program also university want to have and see to it that is thriving, right? I'm aware about organizations where complete research department is there, headed by a separate, very senior level position, direct level position, heading research department. Okay, so PhD programs completely handled by them. Within that department, they have patent sub department, consultancy is another department. People are delegated there. So otherwise, a huge organization, multi-campus. So how the faculty teaching in one area would be getting to know that ICSSR has got some project, right? Probably they may try on their own, but then if it is there an enabling factor, so that is how we create enabling factor. Now, this department, PhD department, the research department that we call, which is a training department also, they give training to the faculty members, to the staff also. They give training to the PhD students also. They organize so many training programs also, workshops and all, right? So very, very enabling factors. And output is also there. Number of PhD program, very, very rigorous program, and very high number of PhD students, and getting output from them. This requires training also. Do we have that training within the organization, training department, right? It is possible. Only thing is, we need to give thoughts. We need to have some ideas that, okay, how it works at some places. So faculty who have joined as a teaching faculty, new faculty is good in research, not very good in research. So many programs are being held by this department. They bring people within in-house faculty also. They conduct these kind of programs. Calendar is also prepared, and people are asked to go there and have, because in any case, UGC and all these ranking agencies, they want faculty members to have certification programs. So this department is organizing certification program. So individual faculty doesn't have to look for which certification program I have to go out, take leave, and get into all the kind of hassles. Is not able to go out also. If it's a far away place, sometimes is busy in teaching and all. Within the university, they are conducting these things. Enabling factors, right? So and they facilitate for there is a department which facilitate for patent filing. Patent filing requires an expertise also. Some law related, legal related steps are also involved, so they help in that also. So a lot of patents are getting filed. Next one, please. What is the fitment? Organization's perspective, and we employees, that is faculty's perspective also. Some faculty, what is their perspective? Do they want to be joining an organization which asks for lot of research output? They need to be careful when they're applying. Similarly, the organizations, they're asking for certain kind of faculty and their expectation from them in terms of their performance. Then if both of them are having clarity of it, and it should be clear during advertisement also, during discussion while you're intaking them, recruiting them, and the fitment. And very clear, very transparent discussion. This is what we are, this is what we expect. So otherwise, it is going to be very fast handshake. It should not be happening, right? So it should not be happening. So because we take people and if attrition rate is very high, that speaks bad for the organization also, right? We need to ensure that attrition, because that is also not only from NAC point of view, regulatory point of view, but as it is. So we are recruiting people, we train them as an organization. We don't want people to leave. That's not good. That's not sending good signal to other people who are out there, right? As a culture, as an ethos also, we want people to come and join and stay with us for a long time, right? So not hiring and firing kind of culture. Fitment. Next, please. So these are some of the best practices. 0 hour we have implemented in NMIMS. 0 hour is, that means we talk about collaboration. We talk about collaborative work in the research, right? So and 3,000 students in my campus, Navi Mumbai campus, 8 schools, different faculty in different area. Very good opportunity, because so many people, so many experts are there at one place only. How do we leverage that expertise? Collaborative research. There are people who know mathematics, statistics area, psychology area, SGME, School of Technology and Engineering and Management area, engineering area, law area are in play. Today, we are asking for interdisciplinary research. Ambience is there, opportunity is there. We have an enabling factor. We thought very recently we got this 0 hour. That means no teaching during this time. Discuss. There is a place. Discuss about research. Give some time for the faculty to research. Maybe 2 hours in a week. We started with, but in a humble way, 2 hours in a week on Fridays, 3 to 5, like that, right? So over a cup of tea, coffee, discuss, brainstorm, students. For students, because 3,000 students, as of now, it is not very easy. Students, we have not started 0 hour, but faculty we have started. Going forward, calendar and everything, we have done that. Going forward, we are thinking about that part also. If many students are coming forward for research and all, we see that also going up, definitely. In any case, students are meeting, in any case, during events, in common rooms and all. Not all the time they are occupied in classes, right? So they have enough opportunity to meet and do research. Sorry, previous one. बहुत मेहनत किया है आपके लिए. So थोड़ा, I prepared a lot. You'll see the research part also coming up. So how slowly we'll go through this. So performance appraisal rubrics, right? Patents, theoretical research, applied research, consultancy, rubrics. We talk about performance appraisal. Everywhere it is there, right? After every year, performance appraisal. So if we are asking for patent, how much is the weightage for patent? Are we giving more incentive? Research paper, within research paper, A grade, B grade journal, C grade journal, do we categorize that? Do we give incentive? How do we, what is our enabling factor on that, right? So, or is it theoretical research or applied research? Where is our focus? If we are clear about that, we can bring about that in the rubrics also, right? So, appropriate incentives also. Work assignment, proper utilization of the talent. Only this much I am saying. Talented people we are employing, highly educated people we are employing, but many a times they are not given the work which is getting the best out of them, right? Sometimes we have seen at some places that they do clerical job. So a very bad utilization of talent actually, right? Very costly talent actually we have employed. We can get clerks at lower salary Why at high salary and getting that work done, right? So we need to understand that. We are, in a way, having a very costly proposition otherwise. And facilitating work culture, stability, and not hiring and firing culture. Stability. Patent, research work, especially project work and all, takes a lot of time to complete, right? So if culture is hiring and firing, they will come and join, and after some time they will look for job. Imagine they are more focused to look for job rather than focusing on productive work. Very, very important and very, very basics, I think, right? So attrition rate is the data which throws which is a sort of giving an indication that what kind of culture that we have, and other things, right? And the academic fraternity, similarly, all the organizations within the organization or particular organization, the world is very small and word spreads by word of mouth. Actually, these kind of things spreads very fast. So what kind of branding that we create in the in the whole world, right? So people will join more because of branding, which is out in the market, right? What kind of branding so some of the companies take very good care to see to it that branding does not go for a toss, and these are very, very important things for that, right? Next, please. This is one of the research paper which talks about role of transformational leadership in enhancing organizational innovation, hypothesis, and some preliminary findings. Top management's top managers' leadership style, one of the most important factors for organizational innovation. Hypothesis, they have typically hypothesis they wanted to test. How top manager leadership style directly, indirectly, why empowerment, organizational climate affect their company's innovation, right? Innovation, when you talk about innovation, you pick up any organization, we have to empower people. It cannot be a culture where we down the neck, and we every small things we are trying to see and monitor, right? We have to give empowerment, and that's what we see in many organizations who are high performing organizations. Findings support a direct and positive link between style of leadership that has been labeled as transformational and organizational innovation. Transformational leadership leading to innovation in the organization. It has got significant positive relationship in both empowerment and innovation supporting our climate objectives. So this is the research finding. One of the research. There are 7, 8 research findings. Next one, please. This was published in Wiley, Managing Innovation, Innovative R&D Teams. Exploratory research, specific barriers and drivers to innovative team performance, provide insight into the type of an organizational environment and managerial leadership that is conducive to industry. So this again, transformational leadership, role of the organization, making conducive atmosphere, and testing that time and again in different setup, different organization, different countries. And we always are getting consistent result that this is what it is, right? Many performance variables have their low locus outside R&D where we don't have a control. But still, in spite of that, managerial leadership style has significant impact on creating that ultimately affects R&D performance. So managerial time and again it is coming right. So imagine if 60 to 70% of the impact is of the leadership style, the transformational leadership style of the organization, it matters. It matters, right? It is not only the competent people you employ and we expect outcome. It may not. So that is what the finding. This is not what it is. Yeah, next one, please. Next one, please. Another research finding. Can I have hand mic so that? So this is one intellectual capital and new product development performance. This is published again. Mediating role of organizational learning capability. Mediating role of organizational learning capability. Relationship governing. They worked on that. These are the variables. Intellectual capital, organizational learning capability, and new product development performance. The results show that a human capital, relationship capital actually improve new product development, performance through organizational learning capability. The relational capital is the greatest factor because the mediating, they performed that analysis to find out what is the mediating role. Among all these three, this is found to be the greatest relational capital. Relational capital. I hope you understand that relational capital in the organization. And this was done in Taiwanese, in that setup, in that country. Among these three types of intellectual capital in Taiwan is IC design companies. Structural capital is the second, and human capital is the last one, right? So please. Factors influencing university research performance is another research done in Taylor and Francis, published in Research University. Impact of managerial practices and culture within the university departments of high research productivity. Findings are autonomy, egalitarianism, equality, egalitarianism, not much of hierarchy. Strong cultural ethos supporting achievement and individualism. Characteristics of high functioning departments. These are the findings. Commitment-oriented work settings are important, but largely absent in work environment of low performance. That means they are low performers. They may not be less competent. They came out to be low performers because outcome was not there. That's why low performance in terms of performance appraisal. But what was the main factor there? Commitment-oriented work setting was absent. This above indicates certain managerial practices, when coupled with a supporting set of cultural characteristics, are crucial to influencing research performance. Again, connecting with the role of the organization and leadership. Very, very important. Above are very useful, especially when for any university, these findings are useful because they can take some learning out of these findings. Next one, please. So this was in National Library Medicine, published Practices of Productive Research Environment, a literature review. Which factors stimulate and maintain research productivity? That was the question. The literature review revealed that a consistent set of 12 characteristics was found in research conducive environment. These are all 12. All 12, you can see that. But out of this, appropriate recruitment selection again, which we spoke about earlier. 11th and 12th, leadership with research expertise and skills. Authors conclude that research enterprise is a delicate structure. Research enterprise, if in any university or institution, research department is there, we call that research enterprise. In an organization, business organization, research organization is there, we call that research enterprise. So research enterprise is a delicate structure highly dependent on existence and effective working of numerous individuals, organizational and leadership characteristics. So very delicate structure, very sensitive. It has to be handled with care. Yeah, next one, please. Reluctance to pursue breakthrough research significantly. Now, this is the question. Why we are having so much of research output in terms of publication and all, but then why not we don't get breakthrough research, path-breaking research? That we don't get mostly. What is the reason for that, right? Studies highlight lack of groundbreaking innovations, though there is flood of publications, plus substantial resources invested in R&D. A lot of money is invested. A lot of publication also we get, but why we don't get breakthrough results, right? Issues are insufficient investment in exploratory research by high skilled scholars, mostly secondary data, collect some data, right? Maybe not experimental research also, mostly survey result also, right? So that is why we are not getting breakthrough results, very, very path-breaking results. Excessive focus on publishing papers. So people will publish whatever you're asking, whatever are the regulatory requirements, you focus more on that, you get that only, right? Reduce effectiveness of current mechanism of incentives for breakthrough research, right? So you have incentive for the path-breaking research, groundbreaking research, you'll find it will also go up. That is where it is you see that in Europe and America, path-breaking research. That's why those researchers, some of these. In India also, there are organizations who are into path-breaking, groundbreaking research also. Yes. Next one. In Sage Journal, this was published, Roadmap for Enhancing University Industry Research Collaboration. Now, here is the focus. So now there's a demand that the university only cannot on its own do research. Let us have more collaboration with the industry. Try to go out in the industry, try to solve their problem, real problem actually, and get and publish that, document that, and as in the form of research, etc. Right. So where is that point is coming here? There is stiff international competition, though in India, developing countries, most of the other developing countries, resource crunch is already there. That's the first problem. In terms of groundbreaking research, poor scientific output that we get is a hindrance for growth of the domestic industry. You don't have path-breaking, groundbreaking research output and all, and that's going to be hindrance for our industry also. Research on development agenda, if that is what the government's agenda is there, that is going to create atmosphere for ensuring that people, whole ecosystem works to have really groundbreaking research. He suggested in red color, university industry research collaboration, more of it, though it is there, more of it. Many times we find that industry, sometimes when we go to the industry, they have some reservations. They have some reservation in terms of data sharing and all. You don't want to share the data. You don't want to share the data with academics sometimes. So we cannot get into that. In Europe and America, you typically you find the ecosystem outside the universities that they don't have so much of reservation sharing the data. That's why Harvard Business School and all, Stanford and all, they go out more out for in the field, with the industry, collaborate with them and do research, solve their problem and do research, and that's the conducive atmosphere for having groundbreaking research. Identifies the impediments in the way of industry and university collaborate and offer solution to attain optimal synergy between academia and energy. That is the way forward. That is the way forward now. We were talking in the morning also, how do you collaborate in terms of new companies which are coming up, cell, right, entrepreneurship cell and all, right? So that is possible if academia and industry come and collaborate, and our students also are part of that. Next, please. To stay or not to stay, retention of Asian international faculty in STEM field, STEM field. You're aware about that, right? In engineering field. So this was a research done, published in Springer, where typically it was done. The sample was assistant professor level. Why many of them are leaving? Some of those well-known universities, right? Why they are not getting retained, right? On that. So characteristics that influence Asian international faculty members' intention to continue their employment in US research universities. One is contract, tenure, we call that tenure there, right? So typically, there is high issues. These are the high issues. High attrition of untenured faculty. They are not on tenure, they are not on permanent basis, right? And replacement cost, this is also an issue. The organization is also faced with issues because many people, many assistant professors, and there are many number, they leave and then recruiting new, and they are aware about this issue, but they are not actually taking steps to solve it. And the steps are very easy here. Pull and push factors, pull and push variables, uncertain faculty towards intention to stay or leave. If untenured faculty is there, we'll look for his career also. For how many years is going to stay untenured? If it's not getting addressed, very simple basic of human need, we'll look for, and you're going to lose. They'll come back in India or some other places, and we'll be able to, and we want people to come back again in India. Those who are going out and learning there want to come back in India also, and can contribute our country also. We need that at this time. Those dissatisfied with the fairness of work evaluations and believe that tenure decisions are not merit based. Just check these words. These are not, this is a perception, right? Non-merit based are more likely to say they will leave. It's a question on leadership, on the organization's policies. Either you change the perception if you have wrong perception, or you ensure that you correct your policies, right? Otherwise, your highly competent people are leaving. You have that issues of high replacement cost as well. Next one, please. Conclusion, obvious one. If we as organization leaders are clear about our goals, take care of fitment, take good care of researchers and faculty members, create conducive ecosystem, bring in enabling factors, ensure cordial and motivation atmosphere in the organization, quality research output, patent research will definitely go up. Thank you so much.